Hey guys, this is on 2.3 linear functions. That's basically lines, and we're going to start out by calculating the slope. The slope is the steepness of the line. Like if you walk up a super steep set of stairs, if I had a line that went behind that set of stairs, the slope would be quite large and probably maybe a whole number like 5. Whereas if I had a less steep set of stairs, gosh, why can I not draw these? Okay, there we go. No, I can't do it. Okay. Anyway, so if I have a less steep set of stairs, my slope would be less than 5, maybe like 1. Or it could even be a fraction, like 1/2. So a slope describes the steepness of something. And we use slopes everywhere. If we look at these tricks for 2.3, we use the slope for creating wheelchair ramps. The American Disabilities Act requires all wheelchairs to be a 1:12 ratio, or 1:4, or 1:20, 1:15. Another thing we use slope for is to describe the pitch of a roof. Or we use it to describe, like if you live out in the country and you have a septic tank, you just can't bury the septic tank wherever you want. You have to have a certain slope from your house to the septic tank to be legal. So we use slope for all kinds of things: roofs, septic tanks, wheelchair ramps, all kinds of stuff. Okay, but now we're just going to do some algebra. Boo. Okay, so it says find the slope and discuss the type of line for this. Okay, so our how-to steps say calculating slope. Your first step is to label the parts of the point, and it told you here in this little picture how to. So this -5, 6 is x1, y1, because it's xy and it came from the first point. This second sucker is x2, y2, because it's xy and it came from the second point. If I had a third point, it'd be x3, y3. Okay, the second step says plug it into the formula. Here's the formula: y2 minus y1 all over x2 minus x1. So let's plug in our numbers in. Our y2 is over here, it's a 4. 4. Subtract sign. Y1, which is a 6. 6. All over. X2, which is a 5. 5. Subtract sign. X1, -5. Oh, awkward. Okay. Then we do math. Yeah. Step 3 says combine and reduce if possible. So 4 minus 6 is -2. On the bottom, these double negatives make a plusative, oh gatos, and that gives me a 10. And then I think I can reduce that by 2, and it makes negative, I gotta have my good friend Juan, over 5. And hey, baby, that's my slope. In your homework, you would just write -1 divide sign 5. Done. Okay, and then it said discuss the type of line. Well, I think I put that on the next page of your how-to steps back at the bottom. Okay, we have a negative slope. So if we have a negative slope, it's like we're going downhill, and that's also called decreasing. Get it? Down, decrease. Okay, yeah. So this is a decreasing line. Or another way to say that is maybe falls from the left to the right. Okay, let's do this part B. Same thing. We're going to plug it. First, we're going to label our points. This first point is x1, y1 because it's x and y and it came from the first point. This second point is x2, y2 because it's xy and it came from the second point. If I had a third point, it'd be x3, y3. Okay, so now we're going to plug it into our formula. y2, which is 1, minus y1, which is 1, oh no, all over x2, which is negative 1, minus x1, which is 9. And that gives me 0 over negative 10, awkward, and 0 over negative 10, you can put that in your calculator, but it spits out a 0. So my slope is 0. And then if I want to talk about the line, a slope of 0 is like this guy right here who's just riding his bike side to side. He has a 0 slope and it's called a horizontal line. Okay, let's look at this next sucker. First, I'm going to label my goodies. x1, y1 because it's x and y and it came from the first point. The second sucker is x2, y2 because it's xy and it came from the second point. Then we're going to plug in our goodies. M equals y2, which is negative 2, minus y1, which is negative 4, all over x2, which is negative 2, minus x1, which is another negative 2. Okay, oh my gosh, I see so many double negatives.